Who's going next? Who's the introduction next? So I've started recording, permission to record. So after this class, you have the recording, but that does not stop you not to wait till the end of the class because we have not concluded if we are giving the recording for free or not. So just enjoy this free class actually and make sure you are ready to learn as much as possible. By the end of the class, there is room for question and answer. So get ready for question and answer. You can ask your questions. Oh, see you. I want to ask you this. I want to ask you that. Okay, so I'm seeing the introduction. We have Adenike from the United Kingdom. Welcome. Thank you for joining. We have Joseph from Zambia. Joseph, hi. Say hi to Chilu for me because she told me you were going to join. So thank you for joining. Welcome. Joseph, do you want to unmute your mic and say hi?
Thank you.
How are you?
Hello, I'm Joseph from Zambia.
Oh, nice
I'm fine, thank
nice
you.
meeting you, actually. Nice meeting you. Thank you for joining. Are you interested in graphics? Have you always loved anything graphics?
Yes, I have.
That's really nice. Trust me, there's a lot for you to learn. So grab your water, your journals, and everything. Okay, so in 1 minute time we're starting. So I was raising a hand. I didn't get one. Do you want to say something? Who else wants to introduce themselves?
Okay, good evening. This is Adenike from Kobe in the United Kingdom, and I'm
Thank
glad
you
to be here.
so much.
Thank
Thank
you.
you for joining. I think it's so good to hear your voice. So good to hear your voice.
Thank you. Same here.
How come
Same
you don't
here.
have accents like all these British?
You
You
said
don't
what?
have accent, like you don't have all these our Igbo accents, people accents. Yeah.
I'm Nigerian.
I know, but I thought we would have.
I'm not. You said what? I didn't get that.
I said I was thinking that some of us would have changed our accents since we're in UK.
Me, no, I'm not. I've not changed my accent. I've not changed my accent. I'm Nigerian, and as long as my English is clear, and I think that's the most important thing. And at work, when I speak to people, they understand. So
Okay.
I cannot I cannot be what I'm not.
I know, right? It's when it's
Yeah,
nice having you on board actually.
same here. I'm glad to be here too. Thank you so much.
So we're starting soon. I'm saying Mayowa from Ogun State. Okay. Welcome everyone. Welcome once again, everyone. It's an honor to be the host for tonight. So you might be wondering what this is all about, or you might be wondering what's the Evolve community, what's Prince X Studios and all. So this came as an idea and we decided to execute it. We said, okay, there are a lot of people out there that they don't know how to design. You have a brand, but you just don't know how to design a website. You have been wondering, I want to have a website, I want to have a website, but you don't know what to do, you don't know how to go about it. You think that you have to go through a long process before you design your website or build a website. And so we decided to come together, we collaborated together, and we are doing this. So the Evolve community is a community of young minds. We have young people in our group and people that are intentional about growing. We're intentional about learning daily. We're intentional about doing the things of God. So we study the Bible, we study the Word of God, we pray together every Friday. We started last year, March, and from March till now, we have been praying every Friday for 1 hour. I've been studying our Bible every day. Obviously, you might be thinking, how are they studying their Bible? It's one chapter per day. So there's so many things we have been doing. So we started monthly seminar this year, 2026, and that is why we are here. This is our first seminar ever, and we decided to collaborate with what Prince X Studios. So Prince X Studios will be the one teaching us today, will be the one engaging us, educating us on so many things that we will be learning today. So I just want us to pay attention to everything. I wish this was something that I learned when I started my business back in 2021. I started a printing business then, and thankfully I was using WhatsApp and so many other, but I wish that I had a website. So now if you are a young person, if you're an entrepreneur, if you are someone that they are interested in building a website, this class is for you. Maybe you even want to build a website for other people. This class is for you, and that's why we created it. So do we have Prince X Studio in our midst already? We have him, obviously.
Yes, so I am here. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening. So before you take the mic, let me introduce myself again for people that just joined. Let me follow my camera and then everybody can see me. Hi, everybody. This is my face. So thank you so much, everybody, for joining once again. My name is Eunice Adekule, and I am the founder of the event community. So I'll hand over the mic to our speaker, which is the Prince X Studios, and he will introduce himself, and then we can start.
Okay, so good evening, everyone. I'm so great to be here this evening to speak to you all about this. So my name is Tomiwa Michael, and I've always been drawn to design. I mean, not just because it looks nice, but because it feels good to know when the brand is represented properly and when everything just looks good and all the visuals just communicate without even having to say a word. And that's what led me to build Prince X Studio today, because I love seeing ideas brought to life in a way that feels intentional and it feels true to the brand behind it. So when you see that icon, you just know that, oh, that's what the brand. For example, when you look at the Amazon logo, you just know that, oh, I can always get my delivery from there with no hassle, no stress. When you look at the McDonald's logo, you know, oh, that's for food. I can always get that from there. Even if you just see, even when you see the golden M somewhere, you just know, oh, that's McDonald's. That's good branding, and that's what I love to see, and that's why I love design so much. Um, so about Prince X Studio, this is a brand where design and precision just meet. I mean, it was founded on the idea that visuals should feel really smart and stylish. And as I'm also technologically inclined, that has also been put into my design method and my process. So the name Prince X, it comes from a personal identity that evolved into a creative signature. So it was kind of like my nickname was like a possibility kind of name that people gave me because of how creative that I was and some of the things I was doing at that time. And then the X represents possibility, personality, and the intersection between creativity and innovation. So I specialize in branding, identity, and social media graphics. And my mission is to transform ideas into impactful visual experiences. And our vision is to become a trusted creative partner for modern brands. So I have various skills and tools, branding, identity design, developing concepts, problem solving, and creativity, and handling multiple projects at the same time. So I'm a freelance designer. I deliver logo designs, websites, and promotional graphics. My services include flyers and posters, social media graphics, business cards, event designs, website designs as well, hence this course. And you should choose Prince X Studio because I have a modern, aesthetic, reliable, tech-inspired visuals and personalized designs to fit your brand. So to get in touch with me, you could take a screenshot of this slide. You could save this phone number. You could also send an email to me. You could also follow Prince X Studio on Instagram and on TikTok as well. So if you want right now, you could go on Instagram and search princex.studio, exactly the way it's typed right now, and you can follow the page for more information on upcoming events such as this one that is going on now. So if you want to get updates and to be part of many more events like this that will be happening, just follow Prince X Studio on Instagram. and we also have a TikTok page as well. Sorry about that. Okay. So let's bring your vision to life and let's begin this lesson. So before I start, I just wanted to ask how many of us have seen, how many of us have tried to build a website before? So if you want to just say, you can just raise your hand and then I'll just hold on to you. No one has tried to build a website before. Okay. Yeah. So Chulu food. Sorry about that.
Chulu is
yeah.
My name is Joseph actually.
Okay, Joseph. So tell me, well, how was it when you tried to build your own website?
It was quite challenging because I was just like learning how to use Java, how to program using JavaScript and CSS, and yeah, that was pretty challenging.
Oh, that's great. So that's the good news about the session today. I'm going to teach you how you can create your websites without any coding drama, no need for CSS, no need for JavaScript, no need for any programming languages, just your brand and your websites done. So we are going to go into the basics of this lesson and we'll be starting now.
David Praise.
Okay. Okay, David, do you want to tell us how your experience was when trying to build your own website?
Oh, it was also challenging because I was still learning at that time. So I didn't really know how to do it, so I stopped.
Yeah. Okay. So that's a great experience. It's a great learning opportunity. So getting into our lesson for today, I'm sure we all have our notebooks and our pens and our writing materials. So I'm sure we all know what a website is, just an online space where information is organized and presented for people to view and interact with. It helps business or people show who they are, what they offer, and how to contact them. So there are basically a few different types of websites. There's e-commerce websites where people sell things, just like Amazon and eBay or Jumia, for example. They are examples of e-commerce websites. There are informative websites such as Medium, Wikipedia, where you can find information about various things from. There are also educational websites such as Google Classroom or Duolingo to learn a new language. And what's the website really made of? The website is made up of the navigation, the pages, the sections, and the footer. The navigations help users move around. So that's why you see that home, about at the top of the website. The sections are content blocks that start vertically. The pages are separate screens such as the home, the about, the contact, and the footer is the closing information at the bottom of the screen. That's where you see the copyright, you see the year, and most of the time they refer you to their socials at the footer. So a section is made up of a background. The background could either be a color or an image. It's made up of also a heading, such as the main message. For example, a section could be about. That will be the main heading of the section. So for those of us who said they've tried to build websites using coding, I'm sure you know about the different types of headings. So we have like the H1, the H2, H3, H4, H5, and H6. Each heading serves their own purpose. So depending on the properties of the section and the information you're trying to share, you would use a bigger heading. But then if it's a subsection, you want to use a smaller heading for that kind of information. So it also has the supporting text, which is extra explanation after the heading. So after the about heading, we now have something like It was founded in 1918, built in Manchester. We do this, we do that. So that's the extra information known as the supporting text. We also have the content, which includes images, cards, and forms. So you can see websites, they ask you to register now, and you have to fill like a form or maybe add an image or cards or things like that. And then we have a call to action, also known as a CTA. A CTA is what you want the users to do. For example, a CTA could be book now. That's what you want the users to do after viewing that web page. You want them to book your services. A CTA could also be maybe check out our Instagram page. That's another example of what a CTA is. And then another key section with websites is spacing. You don't want everything to just be at the same place. You want everything to be equally spaced out, and the visual hierarchy must be clear. I have a hand raised here. David Praise, do you have a question, or should I go on?
Oh, sorry, it wasn't me. Sorry, that was from before.
Okay, that's great then. So we move on. The next thing is what do users notice first, which is also known as our visual hierarchy. So in every single design that you make, you need to have a visual hierarchy. Visual hierarchy, just as you've seen with this heading here, is what the users notice first. So we control visual hierarchy using the size, using the color, using the spacing, and using the position. So we use a bigger size for more important information. We use color to show contrast between 2 to 3 different points. We use spacing to create clarity, and we use position to determine which one is seen first. For example, the eye naturally scrolls from left to right or from top to bottom. Hence, this slide here, we have what did the users, this slide here, I have what do users notice first. This, your eye automatically goes from here to the contents here. And if you notice how the hierarchy is done, the text of what the users notice first is way more bigger than the text, the supporting text here. And that guides your eye that, oh, this is the main heading here. And then this is the minor heading down here. So let's move on. Color strategy, that's another thing for your websites. Good websites mostly use just one color, one primary color, one secondary color, one neutral background, and one accent color. So let me just explain what these are. So I know in our previous education we taught, oh, primary colors, red, blue, and yellow, but that's not entirely so in design. Those are the main primary colors, but in the context of graphics design, sometimes the primary color is your main color, the main color that you want to use to represent your brand. For example, maybe the name of your brand is Golden Jubilee, for example, and you want your main color to be gold. Gold would be your primary color, which means gold would be the dominant color. So your primary color is your dominant color. The secondary color is the second color you want to use to represent your brand. Secondary color has to match with the primary color. So for example, your secondary color could then be maybe green, because green and gold go well together. In this slide, for example, the primary color is this white background here because this is the dominant color, and our secondary color is what is used for the heading and what is used for this header here by the side where the page number is. Colors, okay, I forgot to explain the neutral color. Neutral colors are our blacks, our whites, our grays, our creams. Those are neutral colors. Neutral colors, you don't put any visual strain on the eyes in that sense, and they're just there for neutrality, so they're not pulling any information towards them. And an accent color is a small subtle color that you just use for things like underlining, maybe highlighting small information like maybe lines and things like that. And colors should create contrast, it should guide attention, and it should be consistent, because consistency builds professionalism. So from these slides that we've seen, I have only used two colors in this slides. That is my charcoal gray and the white color in the background here. If you notice how the colors are consistent throughout all the slides, and that's because that is what makes it professional. And my accent color, I've used this blue color here for the headings, so that it creates this kind of dynamic flow when you're reading through the contents. Why some websites look professional? Professional websites are consistent in their fonts, in their colors, in their button styles, in their spacings, and in their image styles. Consistency builds trust, clarity, and brand identity. You can use a blue color in your slides today, and you can go and use a red color for your website tomorrow. Your brand must communicate clearly and consistently. So if you want to use red as your primary brand color, you must go through that. You must go through with that throughout your entire platforms. Your Instagram, your TikToks, your Facebook should all show that brand identity, that red primary color. You shouldn't go from red to yellow tomorrow to black today to blue tomorrow. That is not how your website should go through. So it must be consistent. Most beginner websites don't look bad because of creativity. They look bad because of inconsistency. So most of the time, it's not because that the designer is not creative enough. It's mostly because they are not consistent with the things that they are using. Recently, I was looking at one of my old designs and I was like, what am I doing here? Because I had red, I had yellow, I had black, I had green on the design. I was like, what's going on here? There's no clear hierarchy, there's no consistency. And I was like, this design does not look bad. This design does not look good, rather, because there was no consistency with any of the colors that were used. So good design is just controlled repetition, using the same set of elements, using the same set of colors, using the same set of ideas for your brand. And it makes it look professional and good and trustworthy. So that's all for the slides. So we'll be going into the demo session now. Do we have any short questions? I'll just take one or two questions from the theory side. Okay, so since we have no questions, we'll be going into the demo session. So I would like to ask, is there, okay, Sister Olajumoke, would you like to ask your question?
Yes, good evening. Thank you. So
Good
I want to ask, what did you say secondary color means again? I know you said primary color means that's your dominant color. What do you say secondary color is? I want to be sure about what I wrote down in my book.
Your secondary color is your second supporting color. In that sense, it supports your primary color directly, and it can also be used interchangeably with your primary color. So your secondary color should be the second dominant color in your brand.
Okay, thank you so much.
Yes.
That's
No
what I wrote. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. So I would just like to ask, do we all have the folder that I sent previously to the WhatsApp group downloaded? So if you just like to do a thumbs up reaction if you have the folder downloaded on your phones or your laptops right now. Okay. Okay, that's great then. Since we all have files, then we can continue. So I would reshare my screen. Okay, I have a handle.
Yes, I'm trying to. Are we supposed to send it to our laptops? Because let me check. Is it the Gilded Fork text?
Yeah, not just that one. I sent one previously, a Google Drive link. The name of the folder is BBB website resources is a Google Drive link. Let me see if I could quickly just resend that.
All right, then I'll appreciate it because I don't think I.
Let me resend it for you,
Okay.
Tomiwa, so you can concentrate. I'll send it. I didn't care. You get it right
Right.
now.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
So that will be resent to the group for you.
Okay, thank you so much.
Yes. So I will be sharing the demo screen now. Hold on. Okay, so this is what the folder should look like. You have this restaurant. This is the case study that we're going to be building today. The name of the restaurant is Gilded Fork. And here I forgot to add this hero image. So if you don't have that, make sure you have this one as well, because this is the main image I'll be using for our design. I have the slides here and the interior images, the food assets, and then the logo assets. And the second website we're building is the Chef Portfolio website. And that one is just these 4 images, and then it would be done. Okay. So before we start, I know I said I just added this image here. I just added this one. So can we all make sure we have this, because we won't be able to start without this image, as this is the central image for this class. So just signify with a thumbs up. I'll just give us maybe a few seconds, 30 seconds to get that done. I need to get some.
Okay, so I hope everyone has started doing it. I don't know, but have we started? Adenike, have you seen the link I sent to the group?
Yes, I have. Am I supposed to send it to my email and then get it on my laptop?
Not email necessarily. I think you can just open it and use your phone. You can use your laptop, use your phone, anyone.
I'm using my laptop for the Canva. I downloaded the Canva Pro on my
So use
laptop.
your laptop then. So open a new tab and use your laptop. That will be fine.
Okay, so I should just send the link and you'll be hooked.
Yes.
All right,
Yeah.
thank you.
So what are we meant to do when we get the picture? Are we meant to create a file?
So
and go
just
from-
hold on. It will give you direction when it's back. Just hold on, please.
Okay,
Yeah,
so when you get the pictures on your laptop, just once you get to the drive, just download the picture to your laptop.
Or your phone. Don't worry, because
Okay.
some people might be
Depending
using
on
their
the one you're
phone.
using. Yes, so just make sure you have the image downloaded to either your phone or your website or your laptop. Okay. So I believe we should have done that by now. So let me just share something with us quickly. So this is what we're going to build in. This is how it's going to turn out. This is for a restaurant named Gilded Fork. It does not exist. It's a fake restaurant, and it was just created just for the purpose of this class. So this is how it looks. We have this button here that we could click. We have a story section. We have the main section where you have the dishes. We have this section as well. Events and services offered, and a book now button. We have a gallery here that's fully interactive that you can scroll through to view the pictures. And yeah, and then we have the visits section where we have an interactive map where people can scroll through and get directions. And this is the footer of the website. So to start, sorry, I'm just trying to get my screen back up. Okay, to start, you come to the Canva homepage here, and you come down here to websites and create a new website design. Okay, so once you're on this blank page, you come to your uploads and you upload the hero image right here. And then after doing that, one of the interesting features Canva has is the ability to extract colors from any image that you upload to the site. So remember I talked about having a consistent set of brand colors, and I found this image and I felt this image really represents what the brand stands for. So you click on the background and you come here to the background color, and then you scroll down to you see photo colors right here in the end at the corner. And then we can see the colors that Canva has automatically extracted from the image. We have light orange, we have dark green, we have dark gray, and we have gray azure and gray orange. So for the background, we'll be using the light orange color. So you just click on the light orange color and it changes automatically. So this section we're building here is called the landing section or the hero section. The hero section is the page where people should know exactly what your website does, and they should want to scroll down and continue to view more pages from your website. So we'll just increase the size of this to about here. Just bring it down here a bit. I think this is fine. Here. So I'm going to edit this image. So we come here to edit, adjust.
Excuse me, sorry. I think someone said I'm asking because I can't see what he's doing. Is everyone able to see your screen? Someone cannot see your screen. I don't know why.
Oh, sorry. Can we?
Can you
I'm
leave
not.
the group, then join back? Or leave the call, then you join back. David, please, what did you say?
Okay,
Can everybody see it? Please, let's respond. Yes. Thank you, Victor. Yes. Okay, Timmy. Yes. Okay.
I lost track.
Let me just reshare my screen just to be sure everyone is able to
Please,
follow
I
through.
hope we're starting to practicalizing what is teaching us. Please, we're starting learning like that.
Okay, so can we all see my screen? Just react with the thumbs up and just react with the thumbs down if you can't see my screen yet. Okay, so we continue. So we were at editing the image. So we remember the website I showed you. We want it to look premium and we want it to look good and nice. So we come here to, we select the picture first and we come down to edit and adjust. So we take the brightness down to about maybe minus 90 or 93. I think 93 is good. And then we come to our contrast and we take it down to about minus 30 or 40, maybe about minus 37. And then we take our highlights all the way up. And then we take the shadows down to negative 70, or yeah, 71 is good. And we take our whites to minus 20 or so, maybe 23. Since the main purpose of this course is just to build a website, I'm not really going to explain in detail what I'm doing by editing the images, by what each of these things does. But we can see when we took the brightness down, we took the brightness of the image down, the contrast was reduced, the highlights was increased, the shadows came out more, and the whites, which is all of this area, was reduced a bit, because we're trying to make the image a bit dark so that we can put our white text on top. So we come down here to vibrance and we take that all the way up as well, because we want the color to still show. And then we come down to texture and we increase the clarity of the image to about 25, should be fine. And then we take the vignette all the way up, and we can see that already looks like a premium hero image. So the next thing we need is the gilded fork icon. So I have all these uploaded to my Canva already. So you might want to, if you have it on your laptop, you might want to come to upload files and you browse to where you have the file saved on your laptop. So this is the one that we'll be using, the text word mark, gilded fork. So we want this to be white, but obviously it's an image. So there are two things you could try here. You come to this color icon here and try to make it light orange, and that's perfectly fine. Or you could make it pure white, depending on which one comes out more, but I'll be using light orange for this one. So you just want to increase the size of that a bit more, and you centralize it until you see the lines, these rulers. You must make sure that it's in the center of the page. So I'll just take that up a bit, and this is fine. And then we want to add a small text, a supporting text for this area here. So come down here to your text tool and you add a new subheading. And we want this to say modern dining and flawless taste. Flawless taste. So remember what we talked about with consistency. Each color must be the same. So we must ensure that this is using the same color as this image. So we want to change that to light orange, which we got from the photo that we uploaded, this photo, which is the base of our website. Next, we want to do something to the top here. Let me just make this go up a bit. There are different ways to design the landing section, but this one, I'm just going to come to elements and we add a line. So let's get a line from here. Add a line to bring that up just above here. We change the color to our dark gray that we have here. Change that to dark gray. And then we change the stroke style to about 2 points. It's fine. And then just put that just above, a little bit above the image, and drag it all the way to the end of the page. And then next we want to add a shape. So we come down and search rectangle and we add the shape. Just bring that up to the middle here, drag it till it hits the line that we put, and just drag to both ends somewhere here and to the end of the page here. Then we change the color because we want it to look a bit different. So we change it to light orange, but light orange currently is going to blend in completely with the background. So we want something a bit darker or a bit lighter. For this one, you just want to take it down a little so that a contrast is created, so they know that this is a separate section. We come here to the stroke style and we give it about 2 points. So we add the border to it. So that kind of fits in with this line here. I want to take that up a bit so that looks good. Okay. So now we want to add the logo here, and then we want something like a book now in this corner. So we come back to our uploads. You upload the file and we upload the green G icon. So like I said, I have this uploaded on my Canva already. So you might want to come to upload files and browse to where it is on your computer. So we upload the green icon and we want to put that somewhere here. And then we also want the green word mark. So we just add that and we reduce it such that it fits in the section. To reduce all the size of an image at the same time, you hold down Alt on your laptop and you just drag it down to reduce it like this. Or if you're using a MacBook, you hold down your Option key and you just either drag in or drag out. So drag it into a suitable size, and we'll just put this here. Make sure it's centralized. And I think that looks good. Just take that up a bit. Yeah, that looks fine. And now we want to add something like maybe address at the top. So you come to the text tool and add a body text, and we type the address. You don't have to type in exactly what I type. So I'm just going to put 14 Market Street, Manchester, and M5 4NU as the postcode. So that's blending in with the background. So we want to change that so it pops. So we'll change it to the dark gray color here. And we want this to align to the left. So you come up to this toolbar here where we have the bold, italics, and underline, and you select this alignment and until it's aligned to the left perfectly. So we just bring that into the box. Oh, it seems I have a typo here. Let me just clear that. Yep, Market Street 4NU. And to increase it, you could either drag it up like this or hold down Option or Alt and then just increase it like that. Just put that here and make that like this. Oh, it removed the 14. So 14 Market Street, Manchester 4NU. Don't mind my typos. And then at the other end, we want the phone number and opening time. So we just add duplicates this. To duplicate, you hold Control D, or if you're using a Mac, Command and D. So Control D, and we drag this to the end all the way here. And we just name that phone. That will be 0161. Just type in random numbers here and try to phone this number because it's not going to work. And then make sure that fits into the frame that we set. Oh. Yep. Then duplicate this for the bottom part. We want opening time, so we'll say Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to, let's say, 6 p.m. And weekends open by 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. and that's fine. So if we look closely, it's a bit too spaced out on this side. So we want to reduce the line spacing there. So at the top toolbar, you come to the text tool here where it says advanced settings. We click on that and we change the line spacing just a little bit less. Just reuse that a bit till it comes, yeah. This line spacing is also called the kerning if we want to check that out later. Okay, so we have the phone number and opening times here. And then we want something big here to say book now. So I'm just going to add a heading and we'll type it in bold, book now. So we're going to change this font of this so that it feels like a bold CTA. So we change the color first, change the color to dark gray. And we come to our fonts and we change it to, I think, what font should we use? Let's use BBAS. BBAS Newer. This is one of my favorite fonts to use. And if you're also wondering the other fonts we're using, for this, we should use, I prefer to use Montserrat or Poppins or Inter, because those three fonts are very legible and very easy to read. So currently this one is Inter, and these are also Inter. Just know that if you want to use a specific type of font, you must make sure that it's consistent across your entire design, and make sure you use a serif font. A serif fonts are the ones that don't have that kind of extra stroke behind them, and the sans serif fonts are the ones that have the strokes there. So I like to use Montserrat, so I'll just change that to Montserrat. Yeah, Montserrat, and I'll do that for the rest of them as well. You could also use this change all, this page here, change all. So that's great. Now we have the book. Now we just want to increase that a bit. Yeah, so I'm going to try and increase my speed a bit now because it feels like we're running a bit behind. So I'm just going to get like circle, yeah, circle outline, and I'm going to look for something I like, probably like this one. If you're not using Pro, you could just scroll down until you find a free element, like say say this one. This red one looks good. So let me remove this one. We're going to change the color of this to dark gray, and we reduce that to about here, and we drag that all the way to this here, to the book now button. Yeah, that's good. So now you want people to be able to click this and it to take them somewhere, and that's why Canva has links in the text tool. So if you come down here to this hovering toolbar, where you have these three dots, you click it, that says more, you click the three dots, and you come down here to link. This is where you can add a link to a form. So for example, if you have a form, maybe you made using JotForms or something, you can add it to your website. So let me just say www.google.com. But if it was a form, for example, that you already created, it would be www. the site of your form, or you could just go to where you have your form saved, copy the link and paste it here and click done. And then it automatically underlines this for us. But if you don't want it underlined, you could just come back here to the top toolbar and remove the underline. But underlining it makes people understand that, oh, this is a clickable link that you can actually use. So if we come to preview and we try to test this link, we can see that the cursor changes when you hover it around the book now. So we just click that and it takes us to www.google.com. So that's perfectly fine. It seems I accidentally stopped sharing my screen. Let me just reshare that. And there we go. Sorry about that. Okay, so now we want to take this up a bit because I think it feels a little crowded. And then we add a button. We want to add a button just in the middle here. So we come down here to elements, just clear that, and we come down to browse categories. We have shapes and we have buttons. So this is what you want to add here, a button. I would like to add a oval shade button, but depending on what you want, you can add any of these as well. So I'll just add this. We want to change the color to meet our brand guidelines. So we change this to, let's use the dark green, and then let's use an outline. So we come to stroke style, and we make it 2 points, 2 points, and we change the color, the stroke color right here, to light orange. Yeah, and that's good. And we just reduce the size of this a bit, and make sure it's centralized. Take it up, and then we type reserve a table. So that's too big, so we want to reduce the size of that. So I use Control-A to highlight all the text, then come down here and use the plus and minus to reduce the size of the button. So obviously we don't want it to be the same size as the same font as the rest. We want it to stand out, hence the visual hierarchy. We want to use fonts to differentiate the button from the rest of the design. So we come to fonts here, and we use our BBAS font. And obviously from what we can see here, the text is a bit dark compared to the green background. So we highlight it again, and we come to color, text color, and we change it to our light orange. And instantly this just looks like an actual button. But to make it actually interactive, we want to select this button, come to the 3 dots here, just like we did for the other one, and come to link. So we link this to maybe you have a booking platform, or you have a form that you use for booking. It could be a Google Forms, a Type form, a Just form. So you just paste the link there. I'm just going to put google.com as well, so that we can see that the link works, and any link you add would work as well. Yep, google.com, and just click done, and that's fine. So we want to move to the next section now. And to add another section, you could either come here and click add section, or you come to this button here. So we add another section, and let's title it, let's change the color. Let's go for a darker color this time. So let's use the dark gray, and we want this to be the story section where we have a little information about the restaurant. So we come to our text tool, add the heading, and say our story. So we want to change the font to BBAS font, because this is what we're going to be using for our headings. So we're going to use a big heading for this section, because this is the main thing that's happening in this section. So we make it bold as well, make it big. Yep, that looks good. And then we want to add an image, maybe just something here by the side. So we come to our uploads, and I actually generated an image using Gemini to kind of fit the restaurant theme. So we're going to be using the outdoor image, which you would find in your Google Drive. In mine, that would be right here. This is the image. This is the image that we have. So for easier structure, you might want to come to elements. Let me just go back. Come to elements, and you come down to frames. So frames are a good way of organizing your photos without necessarily having to manually manipulate the photos each time you want to use it, or each time you want to change your photo. So we just add the curved rectangular frame, drag that to the bottom, to the left, increase that a bit, take it a little to the side, increase the width. Yeah, and increase the height as well. And that's good. And then we just drag our photo and take it into the frame. So if you want, you could edit this as well, because it feels a bit dark compared to what the background looks like. So I'm going to come to edit image and we'll come to adjust again. So we want to kind of brighten this image a bit. So we'll take the brightness up to the top. We decrease the contrast a bit so it pops more. So about maybe -15. We take our highlights to about maybe 80 or 70. I think 70 looks good. Our shadows, we just remove the shadows so that they don't show as much. So this about 74. Editing your images just makes it look more premium and better than it would have normally. So we want to add a about story, so we come to body text. If you will check the WhatsApp group, I sent a document containing the body text so that you don't have to type this all the way from scratch. So you just want to open the document on the WhatsApp page and you want to copy the text that is there and just come and paste it here. So that's right here. So it's the one titled Gilded Fork text. So you just copy that, copy all the text, and you can come and paste it. Just paste it here. And then we just reduce the size of that and we align it to the left. So depending on what you want for your website, if you want it to sound more natural, you would want to use you wouldn't want to use AI generated text. You want to use your own text in your own voice if you want it to feel human. But you can also make use of the Magic Write tool in Canva. So if we just click on the Magic Write, we could just say rewrite, just to make it look more premium. And then when you're done, if you go through it, you say, okay, this looks nice. And then you can come down here to replace and replace it. So we don't want all of this. So we just edit it a bit, remove the top, just remove that. Let's increase the margin a bit. Use this here. And also, if you're wondering what this box around is, this is your safe space when building a website. So any text you put outside this rectangle is more likely to get cut off when your website is uploaded. So I'll show you an example of that when we are designing the website. So we want to change this to our fonts. So we come back here and change it to Montserrat. Increase that a bit. Yeah, and increase the font size a little. So I think this looks good. Just make sure it doesn't go out of that. So I think the text we have is too much. So you want your text to be easily readable for your restaurant, for your website viewers. And I think this heading is a bit too large as well. So we reduce that bit as well. Okay, so now we apply our brand colors to this page. This white is not the color that we agreed to use. So we come to our text colors and we use our light orange. And same for the text, change it to our light orange text. Just to give it that cohesive feel so that everything flows into each other. And don't forget, you can always preview your website as you are building. I think I should make this bold so that's it's already bold or is in Poppins instead of Montserrat. So just change it back to Montserrat and make it bold. You can always preview your website as you're building. So we're going to come to preview and check how our website is looking. So I think this is looking good so far. And I guess people can be able to read it perfectly. Okay, so our next section is going to be the main section. So we just come down here to the add section and we add another section. We don't want it to continue in that dark look, so we change the color to our light orange. And this is going to be our mains section. So we come to our text, or we duplicate the one that we used before. So to duplicate, you use Control D or Command D if you're using a Mac. So Control D or Command D, and you drag that down to the next page, and then you let go. Oh, sorry. Yeah, and then we change the color to dark gray, so it's readable. And then we just title that names. We want something like a line or a header here to kind of separate this section from this section. So we just come here to our elements. There are different ways to do this, but you can just do a shape, maybe add a circle. I'll change the color of the circle to dark green, and then we hold down Alt. If you're using a MacBook, you hold down Option and you reduce it at the same time to a suitable size. You can zoom in or easier reduction, just zoom in a bit. And then we duplicate this, Control D again, Control D or Command D. And we just align that, make sure it's aligned, make sure the rulers fits perfectly. There we go. So it's exactly 7 spaces, 7 points separated by 7 points, each of the 3 dots. So that looks good. So I want to highlight this and group this together so that they can move easily. So you start from a blank space, you hold down your left click and you drag. So from a blank space, you hold down your left click and then you drag till it covers just 3 elements, and we click on group. Now you can move the 3 of them at the same time. So I'll just zoom out and drag this to the top about here. Yeah, and I think that's fine. Okay. So we want to add a bit of introduction for the main section, some supporting text. So we come to body text, change the fonts to Montserrat, and we just type something like say savor the peak of the season with thoughtfully curated main courses. Full stop from pan-seared salmon to our signature steak. Each dish is a master class in balance and flavor. Okay, and just zoom out. Reduce the size of this so it fits into here, and then let's kind of increase the font size to about, let's see, yeah, it's perfect like this, centralized, and that looks fine. And then we want to add the 3 dishes that we have here. So in the file that you have, we have in the food section, I think I named it food assets. In food assets folder, you find 3 images, and these are the 3 main dishes that we're going to focus in on. So you first get the one titled salmon. I already have that here. Or rather, let's build the frames that we use for them first. So we come to our shape tool. We add a rounded rectangle. We take it to the edge. Just bring that down. Increase it to about 301 looks fine. And then you duplicate this box. And duplicate it again. And we increase, we want it to like occupy the middle section. So you could drag until it looks cohesive, like it looks like everything is spaced equally. Let me just take this up a bit because it feels like it's coming down a bit too much. Okay, we want to increase the size of this to about 333, I think. No, I think let's increase the section size. So to increase the section size, you come to the bottom here, this arrow, and you drag it down and increase the section size because I feel this is a bit too short. So we increase it to about here and increase this wider. Let's just remove this two and duplicate this one again. Duplicate the two of them all the way here and this one as well. So that is spaced evenly, 46 in the middle here and 46 in the middle here. So once you change the colors, so select each of them, hold down Shift on your computer, and you select 3 boxes, and you select color, and we change it to dark gray. Yeah, that looks good. Then we add our frames, back to elements. In the browse category section, we have our frames down here, but we already have the one we need in our recently used, so we just add this. Come down here, reduce the size of this to fit the top somewhere here, and then increase this to about 320. Increase the width a bit. No, let's decrease the height. Yeah, and that looks fine. And then we duplicate and do the same thing for the rest. This, yep, that's perfect. And then we add our text. Let's say we add a heading, or no, a subheading rather, add a subheading, and we title, keep it down here just for later reference. We change the color to our light orange, and then we want body text. We change the font to Montserrat, and we just add that here. Okay. Oh, we forgot to change the color to our light orange as well. Good. So now we come to our uploads and we upload the image of the first dish. So the first dish is the salmon, and we just drag it and drop inside the frame. Just drag and drop inside the frame, and we see how that adds perfectly. And the second one, the second dish is our pasta. Where do I have that? Okay, that one is here. So we drag it and drop it inside the second frame, and we want it a bit more centered into the frame. So we double click this and we drag it to the right. Yeah, and that looks good. And then we add the second dish, which is the steak. I'm sure I have the steak somewhere. Yeah, right here. And you drag it and drop it into the third frame. And we want this to come up more and a bit more centered. So we double click this and we drag it up till we are satisfied, and that looks good. And you check it, and if it looks great, then fine, you continue. So we'll just subtitle this as the pan-seared salmon. And we want this bold because this is a mini heading, so it's already emboldened. And then we just add a short description or the supporting text, just like we talked about. We say, let's say, served with herb butter and seasonal grain. So we want that to be in the frame. So you just drag that to the slide here, and that's perfect. And then we centralize it again, and that looks good. Okay. And the spacing between this might be a little wide, so we come back here to our advanced settings and our line spacing and take that down a bit to about 1.1. Yeah, that's good. Okay, so this is boldened. Just align that a bit using the arrow keys. Okay, so we are going to group this. So select the first part of the text and then you hold down shift on your keyboard and select the second one. And then we come to group. So we group this and then we duplicate it for the two other rectangles. And then we just drag that accordingly till it aligns with the rest of them. Yeah. This one doesn't really align perfectly. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, align it perfectly. And then this one is for the truffle pasta. And our supporting text for this should be creamy, rich, and finished with Parmesan. That's fine. And then for this one, the last dish, this is our charcoal steak. And the supporting text for this would be cooked to perfection with roasted vegetables. And that's fine. We're done with this section. If you want a more premium look, you could add shadows at the back to just make it look better. And also, if we look closely, we'll observe that the spacing on the right and the spacing on the left is not aligned. So what we're going to do, we're going to select from a blank area, hold down left click, and then you drag all three. Oh. From the edge, you hold down left click and you drag all three to select all three of them. And then you hold down on one of them and then you just drag it till it's in the middle. So until you see this line in the middle, before you know it's perfectly aligned in the center. And now the space is balanced on both sides. So I was saying that if you want a more premium look, you could also add shadows to the back to show some kind of motion. So you just come to your elements and you search shadows, and most of the shadows are premium elements, but depending on the kind of thing you want to do. So I'm just going to use this shadow, and I would go to the three dots, layers, and I would send it to the back. Send it to the back. And then I would reduce the size of this and then rotate it. Reduce the size of this a bit more. Yeah, till it looks, it creates this kind of floating effects that looks cool on the website, and this could help with how people interact with your website. So I'll duplicate that for the rest of them using the same method, layers, and I will go to layers and send to back. Duplicate it for the last slide as well. 3 dots, layers, and center back. This just elevates the look of the entire section. So as simple as shadows, you can make your section look better. The next section we'll be doing is just something for the users, for the visitors to remember. So this section is just going to be like a short header, maybe just a phrase that the viewers can always remember. So we reduce the section size to maybe about 500 or so, maybe 460. Yeah, there's 467, that's fine. And then we go to our uploads and we add the indoor image, which I uploaded to the drive previously. That would be this one, the indoor image. And then we just want to set that as the background. So how I did that just now, select the image, go to the three dots, scroll down to the end, and you see replace background, and then you click on it. So after clicking on replace background, you double click this and you drag it down so that it shows this Gilded Fork text here. I want it to show in the background there. Okay. Then we come down to edit our image because we want to add text on it and it's a bit too bright. And if we add text now, it will look distracting. Let me just show you how that would look. So we add our headings and let's say an atmosphere in all caps lock now. Let's just change the color to a light orange. And atmosphere worth returning 4. Okay, and then we change that to heading font, which is our Bebas. Change to our Bebas and make it bold. And then we increase it all the way up. All the way up here. Good. And then we add our supporting text. So we add a body text. Change it to Montserrat font. Sorry about that. Do we have a hand up or not? Okay, no, we don't. Okay. Yeah, so back to this. Our body text, let's say, let's just say from intimate dinners to special celebrations. Our space is designed to make every visit memorable. So this line down here, it just makes people want to feel like, oh, so I can actually have my dinners here. I could actually have my events here. So it's also a way of showing what you offer. So it's not just a restaurant, it's also what's a place where you can have a good experience. And this just elevates the personality of the brand and of the website, making the users' visits a memorable and an interesting one. So I just increased the font size to 16 points and I would reduce the width a bit to hit here. Looks like I made a typo in from, so I'll just correct that. Yeah. So if we notice this, now, we can barely read the texts here because of how busy the background is. So we want to edit this image to make it a bit darker so we can easily view the text. So select the image. Sorry. Select the image, come to, oh, that's selecting onto background. We might want to deattach the image from the background first. So right click on the image and click deattach from image from background. Then we come to edit and adjust. and we take the, sorry. We take the brightness image down to about 80 or 90. Let's say a bit 80, 87. 87 is good. And we take the contrast to about 45. The longer you edit images, the easier it is for you to tell what and what you need to reduce or increase. So I just want the background to be visible, but at the same time, I want it to be a little dark so that the text would also be visible. So we come to shadows and we take the shadows to about 45 as well, minus 45 actually. And then whites, we want the whites to be a little reduced because right now they're popping a bit too much. So we take this to about minus 30, 40, no, maybe 35. I think 35 looks good. And that's fine. That's perfect. So we select the image again and right click on the image and replace background. And all of a sudden, that just looks a whole lot better and you can view the text perfectly. Now, if you want this gilded fork to show better, this icon here, you double click on the image and you drag it down till it gets to that level, and then you click outside, and here we can see the gilded fork in the background and the text, and it just makes it look better. So if you want to check how your progress looks, you come to preview website and you just scroll and look at it and see how it goes. Yeah, so that looks good so far. Due to our time, I'm just going to skip some sections and let's just add a gallery section. So previously I sent a slide as well, and I don't know if we have the slides on there. Okay, we have a hand up. Mr. Ezekiel.
Sorry, I don't know if it's just from my hand. It seems the slides stop moving, like the video stops moving. The screen is shared, so I can't really see the update.
Oh, can we all see what I'm doing? Like, can you see my cursor moving on the screen? Just react to the thumbs up if you can see my cursor moving on the screen. So, I think it might be your network, Mr. Ezekiel, because some people said that they can actually see my screen. So you might want to try just waiting or switching to a different one. Okay, so let me reshare my screen. Let me share my entire screen for you. Okay. So in the file, the Google Drive link I sent, if you come down to the gilded fork, we'll see this gallery image. So the way galleries or carousels work in Canva is a bit different from other ones. So a carousel is that slide where you can easily just move from one to the next. So a carousel would be, where did I put that? Just give me a second. Let me show you what we're trying to do here. So this is the full site that has been done. So our carousel will be something like this, where you can easily swipe to the next image, you know, to view it, to view what it's like, some of the food services offered and things like that. So this is what we're trying to add to our website now. So coming down here, apologies, coming down to the home, we come to presentation, and we come to upload. That's in a new presentation now. And I'm not sure if I downloaded that file, but because I already have it on my laptop, but actually I think I should have it. So come to upload files and you upload the presentation. On the Google Drive is named gallery, but since I already have the design, so I'll come to my folders or designs here, and I'm just going to add this gallery presentation. So I'm going to use apply all 5 pages and just click on that. And that is done. Do we have another hand up? Oh, my screen has gone off again. Okay, I'll just reshare. Yeah, my screen is back up now. Okay, so back to where we were. In the slideshow, you go to upload files, you upload and find the slide on your computer, and then you come down here and you apply all 5 pages and add it to the slideshow. So now we want to animate it, so we just click on the page and select animate, and I'm going to use the fun animation for the first slide. You can use any other one, but it has to be a simple animation. So I'm going to use the fun animation. For the second image, I'm going to use the simple animation where it just fades and like pans it upwards. And I'm going to use this for the rest of the slides as well. So I just make this simple and the simple animation here, simple animation here. Okay, and that looks good. So once you've uploaded this, you want to save it as, let's say, website gallery, and then you save that. And then you want to come to share, and you change it from only you can access to anyone with the link can edit. So you change it to this. And this is a very important part, or sometimes your gallery might not show on your website page. So we come back to the other websites, and then we come to, just to confirm before I move on, have we all gotten the slides? Have we all gotten the slides onto our presentation here? Just show a thumbs up. Okay. Okay, so let me move on then. So once you have that done in your Canva, you can come back here and you can close the tab. So I'm just going to close that. So you come to your uploads and you come down here to designs, and no, this is not the one. Hold on. Yeah. Okay, yeah, this is where it is. So since you've already added the project to your Canva, you come to projects down here, and this is the one we want to add, the website gallery. So we just click on that and we select embed design. So we're going to click on embed design, and that looks good. And then we're just going to increase the size of that a bit till it fits somewhere here. Yeah, I think that's great. And then maybe, yeah, that was good. And then we want to add a heading for this. So we come to our text tool and we add a heading and we title it gallery. And we change the font to Bebas font because that's what we're using for our headings. Remember, consistency is very, very important. Notice how we'll be using the same set of fonts for each section of the website. It's very important to make sure your website looks good and making sure it looks premium. So I'm emboldening that, and I'll change the color to, let's change it to our dark gray. And as much as possible in your design, avoid using pure black or pure white for your text because they have very, very high contrast and it might cause visibility issues. For example, it might be too bright on the eyes or too dark for the eyes if you use pure black or pure white. But it doesn't mean you can't use them at all, just not as much. So the background of the section looks a bit too plain, so I'm going to want to add some kind of texture or something to the background there. So I'm just going to search decorative lines. I'm going to search decorative lines, and I'm going to look for something here that I can use. So I'll go to graphics, see all. I think you just scroll down until you find something that you are interested in using. I'm not seeing it here. It's not loading up. I think I have. Oh, just remove that accidentally. Okay, so searching through our graphics again, just looking for decorative line you could use. I'm not really seeing anything I want, so I might want to change the search to something like decorative waves, perhaps. Waves would do better in the search. And then I like this one, so I'm just going to pick this one. You can choose any one that you want. So I'm going to change the color of this to our dark green, and I'm just going to drag it to fill the entire page. Just adjust it a bit, and then I would use the 3 dots layer and send to back so that it does not occupy the entire page. Adjusting this, I want to rotate it a bit as well so that I can easily adjust that. So you use the rotate tool and you rotate it a bit. No, I think it's better this way. Just play around with it until you find the way that is best for you. And then I'm going to reduce the transparency of this because I don't want it to be too much. So I'm going to reduce it to about 25. 25 is fine. And that's a gallery section done as well. So people can interact with the slides and see how it moves from one section, from one image to the next, and all of that. And then the fact that it's slides means that you can always add more images to it. So for example, even after I've embedded this design, if I go back to the slide and add another image, it's going to update in real time. So that's another advantage of doing this Canva site. So if I come to home and website gallery, the file, and I add an extra slide and maybe just put something random there. I just put this there and then it saves. Then I come back to the website, and if I refresh the page just for it to update, if I refresh the page and scroll down and come back to check it, then I should find the slide I added because it updates in real time. So right here, just the random slide I added had already updated, and that even after your website has been published, it will still update in real time. So I'm going to go back now and remove the slide from there so that it does not interrupt our design. Okay. The next section we're going to have is maybe the contact section and the visitor section. So I'm just going to duplicate the heading for this, Control D or Command D, drag it to the next section here, centralize it, and let's title this Visits Us. And then come down. We're going to go to Elements. We'll add a square because of the text we want to add a square down here, which is fine. Change the color to dark gray. And then we drag this down a bit. Increase the width as well. And then we add text. So let's see. Opening times. Opening times. And then we change it to our light orange background color. Light orange text color, rather. Opening times, and we make that bold. And use capital O, not small o for this. Opening times. And then I would add another text. Sorry. And a subheading text. And change the color to a light orange as well. And then let's say Monday to Thursday, 12 p.m. to 10 p.m. perhaps. And then Friday to Saturday, 12 p.m. to 11 p.m. Let's say Sunday, they have a different opening time, 1 p.m. to 9 p.m. And yeah, just select that and you align it to the left just for a better look. Take that up a bit. And let's say you have a special discount on maybe Thursdays, for example. We could just come here and add where's our text tool? Subheadings. You could come here and add, change the color first to a light orange. Come here and add 20% off. 20% off on Thursdays. Yeah, and that's perfectly fine. This should be in Montserrat, not Poppins. So we change this to Montserrat, make it bold. And this one's fine. And this one should also be in Montserrat. So I'm just going to change this here and embolden it as well. And that kind of highlights the information. So we want to add an interactive Google Maps so people can always get directions to our place. So we come down here to apps. So you select apps down here at the left toolbar. So you click apps and then you search Google Maps. So that's the first thing that comes up here. You click Google Maps and this is the app here, Google Maps. So this is where you can add directions to your website. So we have some places here already: Pyramid of Giza, Great Wall of China, Colosseum, Chicken, Taj Mahal, Christ the Redeemer. Okay, let's add the Christ the Redeemer. You can always change the location of your place. So if, for example, you have the location already, that means you're using Google Business and you have the location of your business, you could just copy the link to your website directions and come and paste it in the link bar right here and embed it, and that will be done. So we just maybe reduce this a bit. And then we just want to add one address line just for easy reference. So I'll duplicate this text, Control D, bring it down here. I'll change the color to a dark gray. And I'll change this to 14 Market Streets, using the same one that we used earlier. What was that one again? Oh yeah, that was this one. So I'll just copy it directly. So it's copy, Control C, and then you scroll down. Here, I'll remove this and then click on the empty space and Control V or Command V if you're using a Mac. So I'll just bring this here and I would bolden it so it's easily visible. So notice what we've done on this website, on this web page with the hierarchy. Use the big heading here, small text, and then reserve a table. I actually want to remove this underline because I don't think it looks good. So how do I do that again? Yeah, I think we'll just leave it for now. Yeah. Okay, notice how the hierarchy goes from the big text to the small text, and then a button, a CTA. It tells them to do something, to reserve a table. And then this one has a heading, and then it has the supporting text about the restaurant, tells a story. And then this separates this section from this section, and then is the main side. And then we have the supporting text, sort something that describes what this page is about. And then we have clear direction in the way the elements are structured, from the heading to the smaller supporting text, the big heading, and then smaller supporting text, and it goes like that. This one also uses a big heading and a small text. So this is how it flows with the consistency and the colors and the way everything is structured. It follows the same pattern throughout, helping the user have that amazing experience or feel. So we might want to just differentiate this so that they feel like they've entered a new section. So we'll come to our background color, and let's change it to a darker shade. So let's use this. So you use this setting tool here, just select it, just click on it rather, and then you drag it maybe a bit the left or to the right. We just want a contrasting color so that they feel like they're in a different section, and that looks perfect. The last thing we'll add is our footer section, and we're done with this website. So for the footer section, let's just bring this, reduce the size of the section so about here, because we don't want it to be too big. So want to say something like maybe follow us, follow us, and then we want to add our pages. So let's say we are on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and Twitter. So let's find the icons. So let's find Instagram icon here. And yeah, this one is actually want the full icon if possible. I'm not seeing it here, so I guess we'll just go with this one, but you could check for it. So we have the Instagram icon here, and then we want the Facebook icon. So Facebook, and we'll add this one here. I'm just going to reduce it a bit. And then we need our, let's see, TikTok icon, and that's it right here. Just space that out a bit. And then we also want Twitter, but Twitter is now X, so we just search X. And I think this one's perfect, and we'll add it. So for the footer, we want something to really show that the page has closed. So we want to use a different kind of color. So we select the background for this, and we change it to our dark gray right here. And we change this to our light orange color, which is this one. Bold and text, which is already done. Use our Montserrat font. Yeah, that's good. So we want all these icons to feel more cohesive. So hold down your command, or your alt rather, and you just reduce it a bit. Same thing for the rest. You just drag it till it hits the top here, and then you reduce it to the width is same. Align it to the top, and then you reduce it till the width is the same as this. Good. Then you bring this one same way, align it to the top, and then you reduce it till the width is the same as the rest of the other icons. Now we want it to be spaced equally, so left click on the empty space, and you highlight all 4 of these icons, and then you come to these 3 dots here, and you select this tool here that says space evenly, and you use tidy up. So the tidy up tool, it just aligns everything perfectly and uses equal space between each item that you select. And these are simple tools that could make your work faster and faster and easier. So just drag this to the center till it aligns. Yeah, and that's perfect. And I'll group these so they can easily be moved next time, and then use the arrow keys to just shift it up a little bit. And then we want to add something like copyright 2026. So we just add a text. Let's see the copyright icon if we find it here. Oh, that's in text. Let's come to elements and we search copyright symbol, and just select one that looks good. I think this is fine. We don't want something too much, so reduce the size. And we need to change the color, but it seems this is an image, so changing the color might be a bit harder. But for images that you want to change the color of, you can always come to edit and you come down here to effects, and you see this dual tone here. You select it and you go to a custom color. So you select the color and you can change it to whatever color that you want. So I'll change the highlights to, I'll use the color picker tool here, and I will drag this around to the color that I want, which is light orange. So I'll select this and change the shadows as well to the highlight color using the color picker tool, and boom, the color of the image has been changed automatically. And you can use this method for various different things, for editing different images or creating special effects or using colors that you want to see. So we add the text, a little bit of body text, and then we say 2026 gilded fork. Sorry, yeah, 2026 gilded fork. Then we just drag that to align with this, and that is perfect. Yeah, so highlight this, group them together, and you drag them to the middle. Okay, let's reduce the size of this group a bit too, so that it does not, what's the word? So I'm going to have to ungroup that and try to do this individually. Oh, you know what, let's just leave it like that because of our time. Group this. Okay. Let's reduce the size of this a little bit so it's equally differentiated from the rest of the icons. So copyright 2026 gilded fork. I'm using the arrow keys to change the position of the elements that I have selected. So using the arrow keys to just get it to the level that you want. And then I think that is done for our footer. Or sometimes you just want to add a nice touch, or yeah, patented your business, you might say all rights reserved. Then you just reduce that because you don't want it to be too big, and then just bring that to the bottom and align it, and that's it. Your footer is done. For a nice touch, I see we add the logo again. So you just come to uploads and you get the gilded fork word mark, this one, and you just select that and bring that here. Oh, I added it to the wrong page. So add it to this one, reduce the size, and then bring it here to the next page, and then just bring that to the end. Yeah, that looks good. And then you duplicate it and bring it to the other end as well. Make sure it's on the same line as the first one. And there it is, perfectly aligned. So this website is basically done. So I'll refresh it to update all the changes that we've made. And then we come to our preview to check our websites and see how it would look on other devices. So this looks good. Story section, the mains with all the dishes, an atmosphere worth returning for. That's great. The gallery section is looking good. We want to check how the viewers will scroll, so we just scroll through it. Yeah, the images are moving well, and the extra slide that was there is no longer there, which is good. Scroll down to the next section. The visitors want to ensure that the map is actually working, so we just try to interact with it. Check out opening times. Is everything good? Any typos? And if everything is fine, you can go ahead to publish your website. So a poll was sent out the few days ago, asking what the main problem people you find difficult when managing your website. And some people said managing the domain is going to be hard, but Canva makes it very, very simple for you that you can easily purchase a domain directly inside Canva. So we come up here to the top, and once we've confirmed everything looks good, we come to publish websites. Now, with a free Canva account, Canva only allows you to it only allows you to use one website URL, and I've already used that. So anyways, for our publish setting, let's just come here to our settings, and we want to turn on search engine visibility. So search engine visibility is what allows people to find your website when they search on Google. So we turn on search engine visibility. And then we change the title of our websites to, let's say, let's change it to The Gilded Fork. Password protection in case you want only a specific people to access your website. Navigation menu, I'll show you how that works in a few moments. Resize on mobile. So if you come here to your preview, you want to say that, okay, what's the people are viewing this website on my phone, on their phone? How are they going to see it? So you come to the top here and you see this mobile icon and you select it. And it shows you how your website will appear when you are viewing on your mobile phone. So it shows you how you scroll, how everything will look. And if it looks good, then that's great. But Canva is limited in the website's resize feature. So you might notice that when you do some websites, it might not look that great on your mobile phone. So you might then want to untick the resize on mobile option. But if you do that, it will also appear like this on your mobile phone, and that might not be entirely good. So we'll just leave this ticked because everything looks good here and everything looks great. And then publishing the website, we will come back here. And oh, one more thing. So on websites that you see, websites have a favicon. So a favicon is a small icon that appears at the top of a page in a website. So for example, on the Canva page, their favicon is this C icon that appears next to the home page. For my Google Drive, the favicon is this triangular icon that appears next to the home page. And for my Gmail, the Gmail favicon is this M right here. So we want to add something like that for our website. So we come here and we select this. So it says click to change website favicon. So
stop sharing.
Oh, sorry about that.
Just stop.
Apologies, everyone. Okay, so it's back on now.
Yeah, it's back now. Thank you.
Yeah. So about the website favicon. So as I was saying, the favicon is the icon that appears next to the website's homepage. So for example, on Canva, the favicon is this little C that appears next to home here. On my Google Drive is this triangle, this tiny triangle that appears next to the name. And on Gmail is this icon that appears here. That is my favicon. So we want to add something like that for our website. So we come to I don't know how when the screen went off, but I'll just go over it again. So we come to publish websites and we go to settings and we change this to we've changed the page title to The Gilded Fork. And to change the favicon, you click on this button here. It says click to change website favicon. So we select that and we use our own favicon. So I think I added a favicon in the Google Drive I sent. So if you check it, go to the website's resources and it should be in logo assets and it's titled website favicon. So this is the one that you add. So I didn't download this, so I'm just going to download this now. And that's done. Then I'll come back to my Canva and I'll use the add icon. So notice this recommended size is 280 by 280 pixels. So ensure that you are using 280 pixels for your website favicon. So we come to the plus sign and we add right here and we select this website favicon.png and we upload that. Wait for it to finish the uploading process, then you select it and you click on done and it appears next to the website name, The Gilded Fork. So search engine visibility allows your website to be viewed online, as I have recently described. Social media link preview. So when you send a link to someone or you upload it on social media, it's to show a kind of preview. So if you want to show a kind of preview like that, then you tick this positive, you turn this on so that anytime you send your link, it appears like this. It shows this kind of preview so people can see the sites that they're going to. So you come here and continue to publish. So another thing we want to do is search engine optimization. So search engine optimization is what Google uses to push your website content upwards. So we come to pages and we add a description of the page. So let's say this is a restaurant in, let me say, Abuja, where you can get the best meals at affordable prices without any hassle. So I'm going to use that as the description. So we come back to sites and then go to continue to publish. So we've agreed everything is fine. It says all the elements here have been processed. So the site URL, if you're using Canva, if you're using the website for the first time, this would look completely different. So let me just see if I can quickly show you something like that, if it might work. Change it to, let me change it to my personal. No, I'm not signed in. Don't worry about that. So you'll see make your Canva URL. So you're going to click that. You're going to click that and it's going to say get a domain or something like that. And then it's say either create your own domain or bring your own domain or buy a new domain. So if you're going to be using only one site, you can just create your Canva domain, but your Canva domain will just have .canva.me, just like this website here. This one here, it has gildedforksample.mycanva site. So that's how your website is going to appear if you're using a free Canva site. So if you want to purchase your own domain site, carry something like www.gildedfork.com. So you can see buy a new custom domain. Did my screen stop sharing again? Yeah, it did.
Stop sharing again.
Yeah, I just noticed that.
I hope we're learning. I hope we're learning. This class is amazing. If you are learning, let's see a thumbs up. Good. We're learning. We're actually learning. Thank you, Prince X Studios.
No problem, everyone. Is the screen back up now? Okay, yeah. Can we all see the screen? Okay, so I can continue then. So we were at the domains. So if you want to buy a new domain, it says get a custom domain from $16.99 a year. So if we come here to continue, we can say search for a domain to buy. So I'm going to try and see if we'll find a domain for gildedfork.co.uk or something like that. So gildedfork.co.uk, and I'm going to search domains and see if there are any available domains. So they said they don't support that domain extension at this time, but we've provided closest alternatives. So they have gildedfork.info, gildedfork.cloud, gildedfork.xyz. But let's try gildedfork.com and search domains. And it says gildedfork.com is taken. So which means there's a business out there that already has the domain gildedfork.com. So we cannot use that. So let's try the gildedfork.com and search for that and see what happens. It says the gildedfork is already taken too. So let's say the gildedfork abuja.com. And they found a perfect match for that domain. So if you want to claim the domain, we can just click on claim domain and we'll be paying £16.99 per year. Depending on what currency that you're using, the price will appear right here. But then this is a bit expensive compared to other third parties. So if you want a third party domain, you can go to sites like GoDaddy or Wix or WordPress or something that could help you get a domain. So GoDaddy is one of the most trusted domain sites in the world. So I'm just going to search GoDaddy, and this is the GoDaddy official site where you can get domain names and you can purchase domain names. So type the domain that you want. So we have the Gilded Fork Abuja, and we search domains to see how much it's going to cost us. So it says launch your Abuja restaurant dreams with the gildedforkabuja.com. So it says if we want to use the domain name the gildedforkabuja.com, we'll be paying 0.01 pounds for the first year only with a 3-year term, and then after that 3-year term we'll be paying £18.99. It said that this is great because Gilded is a high value keyword as well. So people are very likely to see your websites even when they search Gilded. So this is another stuff that is asking us to get. It's asking you to get bundles. So bundles, when you get different extensions of your website domain, it prevents hackers or other people to spoof your site. So they can't create a fake site to pretend that it is your site. So this can be useful if your company is really big, but if it's just a small business, you don't really need to buy multiple domains. So they have different other options, gildedforkabuja.co.uk, and the prices are all listed here. So once you purchase your domain, you can copy the domain and you can just come back to your Canva website right here and say bring your own domain, and then you click on continue, and then you enter your own domain name, and then you can continue from there. So create your own Canva website domain. So for your website, for the website we just done now, you might want to say just name it anything that you want to name it. So I've named mine Gilded, for example. You are as for the URL domain. So you might want to name yours something different because you say that this domain is taken, obviously. So well, you just name yours whatever you want and just click on publish when you're done. And let me just leave that. We're all done with that. Have we all created our free Canva domains? And we saw one reaction, so I'm just going to give us a few more seconds to do that. I don't know why this keeps going off. So I'll just reshare it. Okay, have we all been able to create our Canva domains? Just react with a thumbs up if you have been able to do that. Okay, we have 1 thumbs up, 2 thumbs up.
Okay, so Tommy, let's have them send it to the WhatsApp group. Can you screenshot it and send it to the WhatsApp group if you have done yours? Let's just see how it looks like to the WhatsApp group. So I think the WhatsApp group is open for everybody. So let's see.
Okay. So once
You are using your laptop, snap it. What do you say?
No, I thought you were done, so I was just going to continue.
Yeah, I'm done actually.
Okay. So once you've created your own domain, you come to publish. And it's going to give you this page saying preparing your design. And just wait for that to complete. And it tells you your website is now live and we can view our website. You can also copy the link to share with other people or to add it to your social media page, maybe your Instagram bio or maybe your Facebook page. So click on view websites and it loads our beautiful websites right here. So we're going to scroll through it and just observe how it looks. When we click the links that we added, do they click or does it take us somewhere? Want to check it, and oh yeah, when we click that, it took us to google.com, just like we wanted. When we scroll down to our main section, everything is looking good. This is also looking good. Our gallery is looking great. If you want to scroll to the next, is it scrolling? Everything is moving good. Yeah. So, and then we scroll down to the bottom, visitors. Yeah, that's great. Check the map to be sure it's interactive and people can actually use it. Yeah, that's good. And then we scroll down, check the footer, and that's done. Our website is live and everything is looking good. And what's something that Canva does, you don't need to worry about it. It has this terms and support, all of this. It adds that by itself. This designed with Canva watermark. So that's another thing that if you mind that, then you might want to create with something else so that it doesn't add this. But this doesn't really affect the credibility of your website or not. So this is done, and this has created a simple website using Canva. So because this was a live session, it was not done with so much finesse, but if we see the first one that was done, this is looking so much more structured, everything is more aligned, and so you take your time to build your website the way that you want it before publishing your website, and you can always preview it over and over and over again to ensure that your website is built perfectly and beautifully. So do we have any questions from this session? Any problems, any questions, any maybe queries perhaps? Okay, so we have Aditi Lehwa raising their hands. You can go ahead.
Okay, good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, I want to ask, can we like put a link on that, like when we click that social media icon? No, lastly, no social media icon you put at the end
Yeah,
of the website. Like, can you do it in a way that when you click on the link, it take you to directly to the social media page of the website?
absolutely. That's a very good question. So, actually forgot to do that, but let's just do it quickly now. So let me go to my Instagram page, for example. Let me just type instagram.com and allow all cookies. So let's just assume I'm not logged into my Instagram. So let's just assume that this is my actual Instagram page. So I'll just come to the address bar and copy my profile link. And I will come to my website right here. I'll come to my website, scroll down to the icons.
Tomiwa, we can't see your screen anymore.
Oh, sorry about that. Why does my screen keep going up?
I don't know.
Okay, so it's back here now. So I was saying, you want to add your profile link. So currently I'm not, so you go to your Instagram and you copy your Instagram profile link. So currently I'm not logged into my Instagram here, but I can just search instagram.com and it's gone off again. So we're just going to assume that this page here is my Instagram profile page. So I'm just going to click on it, click on the address bar and copy my profile link. And I'm going to come back to my website and I'm going to click on the icon, the specific icon that I want. Let me ungroup this first. So the Instagram icon, you click on it and you come to the three dots up here, highlighted, and you come to link right here. Link. So select link and you paste the link that you've copied, Control V, and you click on done. And that's finished. So if we publish the changes, just wait for that to finish publishing changes. So that's another thing that I just did now. So if anything, if you have published your website and you want to edit something, once you finish editing, don't forget to publish the changes up here. So back to the Instagram page now. So if we come here, back to the website and refresh it, we should be able to link to our Instagram page now. So if we click the Instagram icon, it should take us directly to our Instagram page here. So that's how we can easily add our social media links to our website as well. So for the first website that I did before this session, I actually added the links already, but I guess it skipped my mind. So for example, if I click on the Facebook icon now, it takes me to my Facebook page. If I click on the TikTok icon, it takes me to the TikTok page right here. And if I click on the X icon, it takes me to my Twitter page. So this is a great way to also ensure people are going to your page or coming from your page to your website. So that's how you can add your links. So we have another hand up here from Miracle. You can go ahead.
Okay, Tomiwa, I want to ask, can this link also be like linked to our WhatsApp account?
Your WhatsApp account?
Yeah, like just like the way you did for the Instagram and the rest.
Yeah, absolutely. It can also be done for your WhatsApp account, just the same way that this was done. But when you say your WhatsApp account, you might like copying your link to your WhatsApp and adding it to your website. That's perfectly doable. I don't have my WhatsApp link here, if not I would have showed you, but you could also use your phone number here because your phone number is already added to your website. So if you want to use your phone number and say people can WhatsApp your phone number, you could also do it like that. Or you want to add a WhatsApp icon here as well that will connect to your WhatsApp direct message. That can also be done using the same method that was used for the Instagram. So you just copy your WhatsApp link, and then you come and paste it here. So I think for WhatsApp link, it just has your number, then slash WhatsApp.me or something like that. So you could just confirm and then copy the link and paste it on your website. So has your question been answered?
Yeah,
Okay.
perfect.
Do we have any other question or interact or query? Maybe someone wants to find out what else can the Canva website do, whether I can do this or that. Does anyone have any question like that?
I think Ezekiel is raising his hand.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Ezekiel, please go ahead.
All right. The question I have is what if you're building a website that deals with maybe consult or something, and they want to put a call through? Is there a way they click and it takes them to like call directly? Aside adding link this time around, like they can call.
Not really. Normally you can't really call directly from a website. It will only link you to the phone number, and I don't think Canva has that feature where you could just link to your phone number. But something you can do, I'm sure we've heard of Linktree. So Linktree is a platform that allows you to organize your social media links. So if you create a Linktree account and then add your WhatsApp number there, your Instagram profile, your Facebook, your anything. So if you're doing a concert website, once you have that, contact us. Let's say the heading is contact us, and on the line, once people click the contact us, it could take you. Once people click the contact us, it could take you directly to your Linktree interface where people can call your number, and you could also add your WhatsApp link just from you copy your number, and I think it's slash let me confirm here. Let me just show you how to get your WhatsApp link. So you could just come and search WhatsApp link structure. I think is your number, then slash WhatsApp slash wa.me exactly. So to add a link to your WhatsApp number is https slash wa.me. So let's just try it now. Where is that? Right here. So that you can take them directly to your DM to call. So we'll just add something like a big text. You could style it any way you want if you're building your own website. So this is the heading here.
Well, we still cannot see your website. See you. I don't know. I think there's an issue somewhere because it keeps going off.
Yeah, it might be that
yeah, I don't know why it keeps going off. So now it's back. It's back. We can see it now. And everybody see your screen. Please just give us a thumbs up. Yeah, thank you.
Okay. So okay, so we want to say for WhatsApp, so that they are led directly to call us or to message us. So to message you or whatever if you're doing your concert. So we just add a text or a button depending on the way you want to structure it or style it, and then we come to link. Down here, we come to link, and for your WhatsApp number, it follows this format. Your WhatsApp number follows a single specific format for every number. So it's https wa.me then slash your specific phone number. So mine is I think you have to include the country code. So mine will be 4407594056 and then I'll click on done. And I think, let me just test this. Okay, yeah, that's it. So once you've added the link and you want people to immediately go from your website to call you or to message you, so we imagine this is a user viewing your concert web page now. They're like, okay, let me call you to book, and they now see WhatsApp here. Once they click the WhatsApp, it's going to now take you to WhatsApp, and they can either call you or send you a direct message. So that's how you could add your direct call to your website. So Canva has many workarounds for different kind of situations that you could easily do. Who knows, there might even be an app that could make the process simpler for you in your Canva apps down here. So I think your question is answered, Ezekiel, or have I done justice to your question? Let's just reply.
Yes, sir. Yes, thank you.
Thank you so much. We have another hand up from Aditi Lewa.
Okay, I want to ask another question again. So I don't know if you have said it before. This one that you click on, if like you click on register now, and it takes you to another page. I don't know if you have talked about it before.
Yeah, so I've said that so Canva forms are a bit limited, so you might want to use an external third-party form website to do your forms. For example,